Good evening, everyone, and welcome along to the rounds 9 and 10 of the BSR Kia Club Series in association with Club 73 Karting and XL Designs here live on Apex Racing TV. I'm Paul Smith, alongside me is Dan Blake, and we've got a historic and momentous track that is Bathurst down the Mount Panorama circuit here for you today. And before we get on to the action, just a quick mention of the league standings as they are after the moment after round 7 and 8. And it's Maciej Sakovic, the man with the magic sandwich. He's still in the lead of this championship in first place with 445 points, with Adam Gosling up into second place, John Richardson in third, so there's only 40 points for covering those top three. Then Michael Hall in fourth place, the race one specialist Michael Hall, and Philip Johansson in fifth, with Neil Bamber sixth, Liam Atkins is seventh on 330 points. So there's a bit of a gap of just over 115 points between the top seven, with Chaz Draycott in eighth. Unfortunately, Chaz isn't racing with us this week, but he'll hopefully be back for the next round, with Matt Bone ninth, Pete Harrod 10th place, and look at the rest of those standings there as well for you. In the Teams Championship, it's CQR who have taken over the lead of the championship with 916 points, ahead of the Fail Race team on 900 points. Club 73, they're in third on 768, so a bit of a gap there between those top two, so plenty of work for Club 73 to do there, with an interesting battle for fourth place. ARF on 649, Gonbrook Racing on 647, and Team Eye-Glazing on 635 points. Down there in sixth place with Powerslide in seventh place, Right Motorsports in eighth, Team Superior in ninth, Half Baked in 10th, and Team Mad in 11th place. And well, Dan, I'll bring you into this, and Bathurst, it's a completely different challenge to Monza, but still it's going to produce some exciting racing.
I think it's going to be the biggest challenge of the season for these Kia Club drivers. Bathurst, very unforgiving, and I think we might see a safety car at some point tonight. I hope not, but you think that could be a possibility, and I think this really will separate the men from the boys as such.
And we're seeing some very close times on the qualifying. We've got about a minute and a half left of qualifying, with Maciej Sakovic currently in pole position with a 2 minutes 12.1, with Philip Johansson in second with a 2 minutes 12.2. So only a tenth of a second between those. But you'll look at this, the top, let's have a look at this, the top 9 cars covered by 1 second on a track this long. I mean, it is, close to 6 kilometres long. In fact, it's over 6 kilometres long, 6.2 kilometres. That's quite close, actually, considering the length of this track and the twisty nature of the mountain section.
Yeah, exactly. It's a very testing track. It's definitely got a lot of challenges to it, and the fact that these drivers are all so close to each other is really a testament to not only the abilities of the drivers involved, but the fact that the racing is so close. And as we know, they are racing on a fixed setup, so everyone's running the same setup, and I think that's helped a little bit as well. But definitely, as you say, the top 9 drivers all within a second, so I think we could have a very, very good race ahead of us.
And this round, this meeting marks the halfway mark of this championship, and coming into this, we've still got quite a close championship at the front at the moment, with those top four drivers all pretty close together. But you are starting to see a few people sort of making that break, trying to make that breakaway in the championship, and it's going to be crucial as this round to get some good points, because it's so easy to make mistakes here.
Yeah, this will be one of the key moments of the season, Paul. I think we'll look back on this round and it comes to an end and think, if a driver had done this, if a driver had done that. Maciej Sakovic was actually down in about 9th or 10th place, but he got in the last gasp lap in the last 5 minutes to put himself on pole position. So with this being a hard track to overtake on, that could be a very important moment for him as well.
So the drivers are finishing up at the moment. Adam Gosling is currently on a lap, just going down the Conrod Straight. It's almost 2 kilometres long, is this straight, and it is one of the fastest points of this championship, apart from Monza with those high-speed straights. But now into the chase goes Adam Gosling, and it'll be interesting to see if he can improve on his lap times. So far he's on a 2 minutes 12.4 at the moment in third place, and just coming now down towards Murray's Corner. It's a very tight second gear left-hander, and, well, gets onto the power nice and early over the curbs and across the line. Does he improve that lap time? The answer is no, he doesn't, unfortunately for him. So Liam Atkins is also out there on a lap as well. He's coming down the Conrod straight now. He's got a bit of a draft from Neil Bamber ahead of him as well. So Neil on a lap as well. And, well, it's going to be interesting if these two can improve. Then the only problem is, if you get the draft down there in qualifying, you're going to catch up to the car in front and could spoil your lap, which it has done for Liam.
But Neil Bamber, uncharacteristically, all the way down in what is now 29th place. You don't expect to see Neil Bamber that far down the timing sheet, so hopefully this lap, his final lap, will be an improvement for him. He just did his previous fastest lap, a 2:15.8 on the last lap, so we'll see now what happens as he crosses the line very shortly. Two wheels there across the curb though.
And that's one of the problems with this track. You don't want to be catching those curbs, especially there, because it pushes the car out to the right, and only down in 26th place for Neil Bamber at the moment as another car comes across line. Marcus Hagman, he hasn't improved on this lap, so I think, well, it's Ben Gregory. Of course, Ben Gregory, it's his first round this time around. Unfortunately, we've lost Robert Erling from the championship, but Ben has come in to take his place, and Ben Gregory just on a lap. And we have seen Ben Gregory in the BSR TC in the past, and we know he can be quite a rapid driver.
Yeah, I think Ben Gregory will be a great addition to the series. I think he's been not done very much BSR TC in recent seasons, but Ben Gregory definitely someone to watch out for. He's come straight in, and at the moment in the top 10, looking for an improvement. So definitely think that Benjamin Gregory will be someone to look out for in this race meeting and the rest of the season.
As he comes down the chase now, and he's abandoning the lap because he's going to go for a jump as well. Hopefully we don't see that in the race like there was in one of the Skippy Leagues a couple of weeks ago. Hopefully that isn't in the race, but yeah, Ben Gregory just having a bit of a laugh there. But now the qualifying grid as it is. So in pole position it is Maciej Sakovic, and with a 2 minutes 12.1 with Filip Johansson in second place. Adam Gosling takes up the third place on that second row of the grid with Ben Hackerson in fourth. Pete Harrod, another good qualifying from him, he's fifth with Michael Hall in sixth place. Will that race one specialist be able to do it again? Liam Atkins down in seventh place with Matt Bunn in eighth. Roy Viverke right alongside him, really close time between Viverke and Matt Bunn in ninth place with Ben Gregory, as we say, in 10th place. Ian Roskell, our race 2 winner from last week, he's in 11th place with Jay Wright in 12th. Clinton Bell, 13th. Sam Reed in 14th. Jim Flanagan, 15th on the grid. Actually, not a bad qualifying session compared to the last round, with Dennis Sherp in 16th. Andrew Woodhouse, all the way down in 17th place. That's a bit of a disappointment for him. He'll be hoping for better in the race. James Leggett in 18th, with Hayo Chun-Li in 19th. Then it's Tristan Bodis, Perry Warburton, Christopher Sherburn, Max Wright, Marcus Hagman, Ben Warburton, a race winner in that Okayama race, that classic there, down in 25th place. Neil Bamber, Stuart Atkinson, Neil Rocks, Trevor Blackburn, David Crozier and Michael Jones, with John Richardson and Alex Bristow not setting a lap time. So we've got about got the last few seconds before we get ready for the start. And who are you thinking? Who's your money on for this race today?
Oh, that's a very tough question. I think the top 3 or 4. I mean, Michael Hall in 6th place, Magic, the championship leader, of course, on pole position. I think anyone from that top 6 or 7 will be able to get it. It's very hard to call, but I think we'll find out the answer very shortly.
Yeah, so are the drivers now getting ready. The red light is going to come on, and we've got 20 minutes around the Mount Panorama circuit here in Bathurst. The green light comes on and away the drivers go, and it's a good start from Maciej Sakovic, but Filip Johansson, he's challenging straight on the outside into turn 1, Hell Corner. You've got Adam Gosling, there's a bit of contact further back as well. There's a big contact further back actually, as well, a few of the drivers dropping back there, but still carried on up at the front. It's Maciej Sakovic in the lead from Filip Johansson. Adam Gosling is in 3rd place. Ben Hackerson alongside Michael Hall. That's a battle for 4th and 5th, with Pete Harrod right behind him as Ben Hackerson down the inside of Michael Hall. Hall not going to give up that place without a fight though. He's going to stay alongside as we go towards the cutting, and this is going to be really difficult because it gets really tight round here now. Michael Hall, Aaron trying to get out of it into the braking zone, taking that inside line, and Ben Hackerson has to drop down to 5th place.
Yeah, Ben Hackerson didn't really want to give that place up, but he's certainly cutting extremely tight now, and soon they'll be going on that climb towards Skyline, and the top 3 already now starting to pull away a little bit as a result of that move.
And we've already had James Leggett, he was the one involved at the start there, got tagged by Andrew Woodhouse by the looks of things and took a very heavy hit into the wall, so he is out of this race. But at the moment it's Maciej Sakovic as they come down through Skyline into the S's. This is another place where it can get a bit tight and a bit dangerous for the drivers, but everyone so far seeming to be able to just make it through. A few drivers scraping the walls, and again, this circuit over the mountain section, it's so easy to just clip a wall and cause damage and ruin your race.
Yeah, Michael Jones there almost hitting the wall, but he manages to, yeah, this is definitely one of the more harder bits of the circuit. But now the leader's coming down the Conrad straight for the first time, and Sakovic leads, Johansson second, and not far behind him in third is Adam Gosling. And then you got that second pack with Michael Hall, Benjamin Hackerson and Pete Harrod.
And Johansson had the slipstream down the Conrad straight, but not able to get close enough. He clatters over the curbs on the left there through the chase. Now as they go down towards Murray's to end the first lap, already we have had 2 minutes of action here, and through the final corner now, it's Sakovic who leads from Johansson. Johansson really getting close to Sakovic through the exit of that corner. And well, Sakovic leads, Johansson second, Gosling third, then Michael Hall, Benjamin Hackerson in 5th, Pete Harrod in 6th, with Liam Atkins in 7th, Ben Gregory already moving up 2 places to 8th place, with Roy Verke in 9th and Ian Roskell in 10th.
Yeah, just outside that top 10 you've got Jay Wright as well, but the car's now coming back down. There was a straight, and Johansson's going to try and make a move here on Maciej Sakovic. He's got the inside line, and I think you know that he's going to break it a little bit later. Sakovic will try and fight it around the outside, but he's gone way wide there. That could allow Adam Gosling to go through as well.
Yes, Gosling is going to take that second place from Sakovic. Michael Hall is looking as well. He's trying to get past, and he's going to make it through there. So Sakovic in one corner has lost 3 places. He almost loses another because Ben Hackerson gets into the back of him. And well, obviously picking up the marbles from going wide there, and that's cost him 3 places, and Johansson is now your race leader.
Yeah, Sakovic going wide at Quarry, and that is a big loss there. 3 positions, and he's pulling away a bit from Benjamin Hackerson, but at the front, it's Philip Johansson from Adam Gosling, and Adam Gosling looks like he's going to put the pressure on.
Adam Gosling, yeah, he has been quick in qualifying, but Johansson has as well, and Sakovic now just trying to calm himself down through the S as they go into the dip. Oh, we got a big crash there. Who was that? Was that Liam Atkins? No, it wasn't. Who was that went flying off there?
Ian Roskell seems to be a bit slow down the chase.
There was somebody went flying off to the left there through the S's, and well, it was a big hit as well. And well, I think it might have actually been Pete Harrod who made him to the wall there through the chase. Yes, it was Pete Harrod. He went wide, lost the back end, and went front end into the wall through the S's there, and that's going to cost him some. That's got a lot of damages, that Kia. He's really struggling now. He's down to 10th. He's under attack from Jay Wright and Matt Bunn as well, and that's a disaster, but it's so easily done here at Bathurst.
Yeah, exactly. As we said before, not much runoff at all. It is just concrete wall, a bit like Monaco in a way, especially when you come down towards the S's, and Harrod looks like he's got a meatball and he's coming into the pit, so that will release the cars behind him, including Jay Wright.
I'm not surprised that he's having to pit with that damage. That was a heavy hit at the front. There's a car waiting on pit exit there. That is James Leggett, so he's had his car repaired now, and he's going to get going, but he's letting the leaders by. That's very sensible from James in his Christmas wrapping coloured car at the pit exit there. But Philip Johansson, just a little bit of damage on that front right of that car. Maybe he's clipped a wall at some point, but that's certainly going to cost him a couple of miles an hour down the Conrad straight. But Adam Gosling right onto the back of Philip Johansson now. He's trying to put the pressure on Johansson to maybe go for that lead.
Yeah, speaking of damage, Ben Hackerson seems to have a lot of damage to the front of his Kia Optima as well in 5th place, so I think he may have hit a wall, but as you say, they're now towards Griffin's Mount and Reed Park. Gosling right on the back here. Philip Johansson takes a much more inside line there going through the corner, and as they come now up in towards the section of coming up towards the skyline now, Gosling not far behind Johansson. Michael Hall taking a little bit of grass there as well as the curb, but it's not suffered too badly there. He'll stay in 3rd place, and at the moment. Gosling not able to make an impression on Johansson. Back end switching though for Michael Hall as he goes down the S's towards the depot and Forest Elbow.
Yeah, Hall under intense pressure from Sakovic as they go into Forest Elbow now. It's all about the exit through Forest Elbow and getting on the power early, because if you can carry that speed through Forest Elbow, you then get the run down the Conrod Straight. And Michael Hall having to go defensive, trying to block the slipstream, just having a little bit of a connection issue there. But up front as well, Gosling has dropped back a little bit actually. He's half a second behind Johansson. Johansson has managed to pull out a little bit of a gap, but Sakovic now looking on the back of Hall, but Hall managing to keep that place for the time being. Through the chase they go, and Sakovic is all over the back of Hall. Can he make a move going down towards Murray's corner? It's not really an overtaking spot, but you can force it if you want, but Sakovic just deciding against it. These two, of course, battling for the championship, along with Gosling in second place.
Another good battle behind Liam Atkins and Ben Gregory as they come out now towards the start-finish line. Gregory all over the back of that fail race car as they come down towards Hale Corner for the first time. Gregory on the outside, brave to try and make that one stick, but it's a great momentum there from Ben Gregory. He's going to have the inside line as he comes down the straight towards Quarry.
And he's got it before they even get towards Griffin's Bend. He's up over the hill. He managed to keep the speed up around the outside and get onto the power early, and that's what got him the place. But Liam Atkins, he isn't going to give this place up without a fight. This is a battle for 6th place at the moment. Liam Atkins around the outside. We saw his teammate lose out places there, and once again just losing out ground on Ben Gregory, and that's cost him a good second there.
Yeah, luckily though he didn't lose any positions like his teammate, but Magic Sakovic right on the back here of Michael Hall. He's not going to let him go very easily, and all this may allow Ben Hackerson to get involved as well. The Ben Hackerson a little bit further back behind them, but seem to have two battles of two. We've got the Gosling, into the wall goes Michael Hall, and that looked like quite a substantial hit there, Paul.
Yeah, Hall, he's going into the wall, he's running wide through corners, he's really pushing this car to the limit, but of course going into the wall, that'll cause damage to your car, that'll cost you down the Conrod Straight, may even have cost him a little bit of steering damage as well, which won't help him through down the hill here towards Forest Elbow as they go again. Sakovic looking to the inside, that's not going to give him the best exit though out of there, and that just gives Michael Hall a little bit of a reprieve as well. Ben Hackerson now getting onto the back of Sakovic to make this a three-man battle for that 3rd place in the final step of the podium.
You've got a battle here of 3 cars. Ben Gregory's pulled away from Liam Atkins quite considerably. We saw him go wide, but it's this battle for 3rd place where the real attention is. Magic Sakovic's not quite close enough to Michael Hall there. Also, you've got Ben Hackerson, but at front it's still Philip Johansson leading from Adam Gosling. And as they cross the line this time, we'll be coming near towards the halfway point. So Philip Johansson so far has done a good job from the lead, but he's been under pressure so far this whole race.
I can tell you where there's a good battle. Jim Flanagan is alongside Clinton Bell, side by side through the chase there. Jim Flanagan holding on to that 12th place at the moment. This is the closest battle on track really at the moment, because they've got Sam Reed behind them as well. The 2 Club 73 cars battling Jim Flanagan for position, and Jim, well, he's having a much better race this time around than he has done all season. He's the man with the worst look in the league, apart from Trevor Blackburn maybe, but down in towards Hell Corner, and it's Jim Flanagan keeping that 12th place at the moment.
Yeah, Jim Flanagan, I hope we don't put the commentators cursing him, I really don't, but I noticed that there was a car coming into the pit lane, and also in front of Jim Flanagan, in fact, Michael Jones coming back on the track, so he's obviously been in the pits, but I did notice there was a black car in the pit lane as well. But the battle here between Flanagan and Bell still going on. Clinton Bell on the outside in that Club 73 machine. Jim Flanagan for Team Mad, they've just had so much bad luck, and I think now it's going to be a battle between the 2 teammates because Reed is alongside Bell. Yeah, Bell just running wide there, but slotting in front of his teammate Sam Reed. Well, Clinton Bell, we've seen him, he's had some good pace in this series and in this season so far, but not able to convert that to a race win. But maybe if he gets a good result here, that will help out his championship standings no end. Yeah, and further back as well, there's another battle going as well. You got that is Stuart Atkinson in one of those Christmas present cars. He's got John Richardson, Trevor Blackburn, and Marcus Hagman, and also Pete Howard, the recovering Pete Howard, up into 25th place. So a bit further down, but they're still battling hard. There's quite a good little pack going on there. But as you're saying about Jim Flanagan, he deserves a little bit of luck, and hopefully he will get it today. But as we see coming down the hill, John Richardson all over the back of that car. of Trevor Black. That's not Trevor Blackburn. It's Stuart Atkinson. Atkinson's rubbed the wall though, and that's going to allow Richardson the opportunity to go past. And Trevor Blackburn might even try a bit of this as well.
Oh, it's all very tight through there, but Richardson managing to get ahead now. So John Richardson, he'll be trying to make the break, and he goes into the wall again to Stuart Atkinson. It's on the exit of Forest Elbow. Trevor Blackburn all over the back of him in that other Team Mad car. He's trying to use the slipstream down the Conrad Straight. He's going to go around the outside into the chase. Surely he can't make this one stick. Down they go now, alongside, side by side, through the chase they go. Can he make that move? Stick down the inside of Stuart Atkinson, and who's that behind? That's
Pete Harrod.
That's Marcus Hagman getting alongside as well, and Pete Harrod, and they're all together, side by side. Oh, this is all getting a bit close. Pete Harrod trying to make it 3 wide. It's not really going to work around here, but down into Murray's for this time by, and Stuart Atkinson has lost that place now to Marcus Hagman, and Pete Harrod is trying to make a move as a recovering Michael Jones is trying to get out of everybody's way.
Yeah, it's going to try and get... Oh, Atkinson, don't do that. That's what could have been very, very badly ending there, but Atkinson pulled out. He got to Harrod and Michael
look at
Jones.
them ahead. Andrew Woodhouse involved in this. They're going 3 wide. There's big contact. It's Tristan Bodis and Andrew Woodhouse, and that is a massive contact. Hopefully everybody else will be able to stay out the way, which they do. So everybody else avoiding that, but that was a big incident. 3 wide going along Mountain Straight. That's not really going to work.
No, not a very sensible decision there by those drivers, and unfortunately it's ended up with 2 cars going out. Hackerson very near losing it as well, coming towards the Skyline, but head onto it, but luckily those cars went off to one side and they weren't in the middle of the track, or we would have had a much bigger incident. But at the front it's still Philip Johansson leading from Adam Gosling, Michael Hall in 3rd, and Magic Sagwitz in 4th. Hall's actually started to pull away from Sagwitz and Hackerson, but I think that's more to do with the fact that Sagwitz has got to be careful because Hackerson is not letting him go towards Michael Hall. He's making him have to defend.
Yeah, absolutely. Just Sakovic just having a few connection issues, it appears. But anyway, Ben Gregory in a solid 6th place at the moment with Sakovic's teammate Liam Atkins in 7th. He's managed to pull away from Atkins now as Gregory. Roy Ververke, he's looking to make a move. He's been closing up steadily to Liam Atkins, so he'll be wanting to try and move up another position. With Ian Roskell, race 2 winner from last time out, he's in 9th place. Jay Wright on his own really in 10th place. With then Matt Bunn, again another one that's all on his own, and then Clinton Bell down the back straight with Jim Flanagan. So Clinton Bell's managed to make a move on Jim Flanagan and made it stick, so that's now 12th place for Clinton with Jim Flanagan in 30th, but very late on the brakes is Jim going into the chase there. Sam Reed in 14th at the moment, and well, it's we had that big accident with Tristan Bodis and Andrew Woodhouse. They were running 15th and 16th, so that's really cost them a lot of time.
There's now the 2 gone brake cars of Neil Bamber, and Alex Bristow's had an off as well. He's a lap down already, but at the final corner he's had even more drama. He's off the track, but it was 2 gone brake racing teammates. That's Neil Bamber and Christopher Sherburn together.
And well, we have so far only Perry Warburton's in the pits as well. There's been quite a few cars going into the pits with damage in this race, but we're carrying on. And well, look at the front. Philip Johansson and Adam Gosling are absolutely neck and neck. This is the battle for the lead of the race. These two have made a bit of a breakaway. They're 2.5 seconds ahead of Michael Hall. And well, it's going to be a case of who's been looking after the tyres the best, because you do wear out those front tyres around this Bathurst circuit, this Mount Panorama circuit. And well, Gosling putting the pressure on Philip Johansson, but now Johansson looking a little bit faster, runs a bit wide though into the dipper, and that's giving Gosling a chance to close up again to down through the S's and into Forest Elbow. And well, Gosling, he's been putting the pressure on, but he just doesn't seem quite as quick through that mountain section on that downhill bit.
Yeah, it looks like Adam Gosling, he's been there, he's been about the same distance behind the whole race really. He's been able to follow the wheel tracks of Johansson, but not really make an impression. And if they start slowing each other down, the race 1 specialist Michael Hall will be licking his lips at an opportunity. He's pulled away now from Sagovic and Hackerson in 4th and 5th, and then so you got Gregory on his own, Atkins, Ververke, Roscoe and Jay Wright ran out top 10. Jay Wright is actually catching up to those 3 cars in front of him as well, not quite so much on his own as he was the previous lap.
I can tell you that Dennis Sherp is right on the tail of David Crozier. This is a battle for 21st place. There's only, well, there was 0.3 of a second a minute ago, but well, David Crozier just showing that it's a little bit quicker through the S's and down through the dipper into Forest Elbow, but Dennis Sherp trying to put the pressure on him there. Also, we've got that battle. Pete Harrod was involved, so too is John Richardson and Trevor Blackburn. Trevor Blackburn having a little bit better look as John Richardson trying to go down the inside into the chase, but not able to make it move. And, well, there's 4 minutes left of this race, and still it's pretty tight between those cars, but it's also tight at the front.
Yeah, John Richardson going to try and make a move here on Trevor Blackburn, but can't quite get through there. And John Richardson, oh, I saw a car going over the curb and nearly rolling. That was James Leggett. Managed to just about keep his car on the circuit, but it's been a very, very interesting race so far. Philip Johansson and Adam Gosling coming up towards traffic, and that is the car of Marcus Hagman. So Marcus Hagman's had some problems. He's about to go a lap down, but if he goes a lap down, it means he won't be in contention for the reverse grid pole.
Yeah, at the moment it is Marcus Hagman who is in that reverse grid pole position spot, with Stuart Atkinson would line up on the front row with him. John Richardson looking down the inside of Trevor Blackburn into Griffin's corner. He's going to go down the inside. Oh, Blackburn's run wide over the marbles, and that's going to let Pete Harrod through as well, is it? They're going side by side, going into the cutting. Trevor Blackburn, just taking that tighter line down the inside, and is managing to keep a hold of that place for the time being. But Pete Harrod now, they're still side by side, and, well, who's going to make it through? Pete Harrod squeezing Trevor Blackburn, and in the end, Trevor Blackburn having to just give up that place just so that he could stay on the track.
Yeah, Pete Harrod and John Richardson, two drivers who are making recoveries from different predicaments. John Richardson had a penalty where he was not able to set a qualifying time, and we also had Pete Harrod, who had the problem earlier, had to come into the pits with that mechanical warning flag, and now they both find themselves up in 17th and 18th place at the moment. So a good fight back for both of those. Richardson starting in 32nd, so he's definitely been making some moves in this race.
Absolutely, and that battle for 7th place, Liam Atkins and Roy Viverka, there's only 3/10 between those two at the moment, with Ian Roskell on the back of them as well.
Sorry to interrupt, Jim Flanagan's slowing down, coming down, he's down on the Conrod straight, so Jim Flanagan, heavy damage to that Team Mad car, and we said we didn't want to put the curse on him, but I think we might have just done that, Paul.
Well, yeah, that is a lot of damage on that car. Where's he got that damage? He's got it around the top of the mountain. It's going. Oh yes, it's on the exit of Sulman Park that he's got that damage, and that is a heavy hit, and he's going to have to pit with that damage. He's trying to keep Neil Rocks behind him. Is he going to try and just finish out this race, or does he pit? You would have thought he'd have pitted, and yes, he's coming into the pits now, so Neil Rocks going ahead of him.
Yeah, very unfortunate there for Jim Flanagan. It's just cruel luck he's had the whole season, really, but I guess in some ways he make you unlucky. He'll fight back in the second one, but at the front, Philip Johansson and Adam Gosling have now lapped Marcus Hagman. Michael Hall's in 3rd place, not being able to make too much of an impression on the two leaders. He's still 2.7 back from the leaders, and then got Magic Sagarich in 4th place, Ben Hackson in 5th, not too far behind him, and then 6th place, a distant 6th for Ben Gregory. So Ben Gregory, quite a solid performance from him on his Club Series debut, from 10th to 6th.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just going to say, from 10th place on the grid, Ben Gregory up to 6th, so managing to make moves on people and to get one over people in terms of taking advantage of situations. But into Forest Elbow goes Philip Johansson. We're going to be tight on time. Oh, Marcus Hagman goes into the wall, and the exit of Forest Elbow almost got clipped by Michael Hall. And that was I think
Magic Sagarich has hit him, Magic Sagarich's got damage, and that's going to allow Ben Hackson to go through. And I think Magic Sagarich's very, very unlucky there. I think he's hit Hagman.
Yeah, Sakovic on the exit there. Yes, he does. He just clips Marcus Hagman. Hagman, he was trying to reverse to turn it round and ended up right in the way of Sakovic, who loses that place to Ben Hackson. Hackson, though, he's not going to give up there, is Sakovic. But Hackson has the inside line. Sakovic now on the inside line for the next part, and he's going to take that place back. And Sakovic, well, the damage, it's caused him to lose time on Michael Hall, but so far it hasn't lost him a place.
And Philip Johansson's crossed the line to take the victory. Checker flag.
Is it?
So, yes, 20 minutes and 1 second on the clock. So Johansson, I think, has won this race.
No, I think we may be on the last lap, actually, because they're still going.
They're still going. So despite the fact it was 1 second over, I think they are going to get this one more lap in. So Johansson needs from Gosling in 2nd place, Michael Hall in 3rd, a distant third, but the battle is for the lead between Johansson and Gosling here on this final lap of Map Panorama.
Ben Gregory is right up the back of Ben Hackson. In fact, he's alongside him, going in towards Griffin's corner. And Gregory has got a relatively clean car, and he's making the most of that as he goes down the inside of Hackerson into that 5th place. Great debut run from Ben Gregory. We said he's quite a quick driver, and he's proven it once again. He's now going to come onto the back of Majej Sakovic, and well, that's not going to be the easiest of overtakes on Sakovic, but Sakovic does have that damage to the front. We don't know how much it's going to affect him over the mountain.
Yeah, it'd be a bit easier for Gregory than if he had a pristine car, I think, but Ben Gregory's still going to have to fight hard for that. Majej Sakovic, our championship leader, very fighting. We've seen that he does like to have a bit of a battle as well, so Sakovic, although he might be struggling on this last lap, he'll definitely try and keep this position because points mean prizes at the end of the season.
Absolutely, as I can hear, there's somebody scraping a wall somewhere out there as well. Michael Hall is running a little bit slow now. He's just going through Forest Elbow. He's on his own. I thought it might have been him, but it wasn't. But now through our Forest Elbow they go, the final time. Sakovic has got Ben Gregory right behind him. Gregory looks like he maybe has looked after his tyres a bit. With the less damage there, he's able to look after his tyres. Now, down the Conrad straight in towards the chase. Gregory's going to look down the inside through the chase. Will he be able to make that move stick through there? Sakovic obviously losing the speed there, and Gregory goes through. Sakovic, though, we know he's late on the brakes. Can he make that move on the inside? No, he can't, but at the front, Philip Johansson going into Murray's for the final time. He's been pushed all race by Adam Gosling, but Philip Johansson is going to win that race. A fantastic win from Philip Johansson, and a great way to get off the mark for this season for him in that Club 73 car, with Adam Gosling in 2nd, Michael Hall coming in 3rd, Ben Gregory managing to finish in 4th places. An almighty crash after the line with Sakovic in 5th, Ben Hackerson in 6th, Liam Atkins finishing in 7th place, Roy Ververke in 8th place, Ian Roskell came across the line in 9th with Jay Wright in 10th, Matt Bunn has just come across the line in 11th now, Clinton Bell in 13th with Sam Reed in 14th, Neil Bamber right behind him, right to the line in that 15th place, Chris Sherburn coming across in 16th with John Richardson in 17th. In fact, Pete Harrod finished 15th, yeah. And Sherburn 16th, Rogerson 17th. Neil Rocks across the line in 18th. Trevor Blackburn, has he lost the place to Dennis Sherp on the last lap?
He's lost a lot of time. Dennis Sherp was 16 seconds behind him on that final lap, so some drama for Trevor Blackburn. So Team Mad's night doesn't get much better, but from what I can see, a quite familiar race 2 face may just about be able to take the pole position.
But yeah, so Dennis Sherp finished 19th, Trevor Blackburn 20th, David Crozier 21st. Is he? Actually, no, that's right, he's in 21st. And then David Crozier, he's dropped back on this lap, and he's going to finish 22nd, and more crucially, on the lead lap. So he's going to be our pole sitter for this second race. And well, the cars 1 lap down. Tristan Bodis, Stuart Atkinson and James Leggett. And further down was Jim Flanagan, Marcus Hagman in 27th, Ben Warburton 28th, Michael Jones 29th, Andrew Woodhouse with that big accident with Tristan down in 30th place, Perry Warburton 31st with Alex Bristow in 32nd, and Haichan Lee, well, he had an awful race. I don't even think he managed to complete 1 lap. He's down in 33rd place, but a good win there. Fantastic win from Philip Johansson in this first race. And Ben, it was plenty of action once again, but Philip Johansson taking only his 2nd win in this championship in the 2 seasons. Good win for him.
Yeah, fantastic drive from Philip Johansson. Really took charge from the front, and Adam Gosling put him under a lot of pressure, so definitely wasn't one of these where Johansson had it easy. He really had to fight for that victory, so good drive from Johansson and Gosling. You had to make sure that you stayed that close to Johansson in case he made a mistake, but although Johansson made the odd mistake, it wasn't enough to allow Gosling through, and Adam Gosling certainly one of the front names, I think, so far in this club series. He's proving week on week that he can be consistent. Michael Hall 3rd, and Ben Gregory, what a start for him. Started 10th and he's now 4th on his debut in the BSR Club Series. Majej Sakovic did well to get 5th though. He had that damage, and probably wasn't the easiest car to drive, but he managed to keep Hackerson behind him. Atkins 7th, for Verka 8th, Roskell 9th, and Jay Wright in 10th. So overall, I think some of the drivers will be relatively happy with that result.
Well, let's ask one of those drivers, and that's the going into this round, the championship leader, Majek Sakovic. And Majek, we saw you just getting a bit of damage in that race. Just talk us through that. How did it go for you?
It went terrible, to be honest. I'm not one to be pleased about this race at all. Lost the lead from my own stupid mistake, to be honest. I just let Johansson on my inside, and that's that. Then ran onto the marbles, lost 3 places. Backed the wall once, which is not something you want to do. And then got backed into by a person a lap down, which is always nice, I guess.
Yeah, that was rather unfortunate that you happened to be coming through the track there as that was happening. But you were able to finish in 5th place. Ben Gregory just making it past on that at the end there on the last lap. But it's good championship points. You got to think of the positives. Going into the next one, the second race. Just quickly, just how do you think that this second race will go for yourself?
No idea, to be honest. I'm pretty sure I'm starting from the very last spot on the grid because of my incident with Clinton at Monza. So, well, all the carnage will be in front of me, but hopefully there won't be much of it.
Well, that's it. I mean, we were thinking that there may be some carnage in that race, but pretty much all in all, especially in the first lap, there wasn't actually too much to be worried about. So we'll hope that you're right and there isn't much carnage, but if there is, you're in the ideal place to see it because then you can just back off.
Well, I'm in the ideal place because I'm the one who's going to be throwing the yellow because I can see all that carnage. Well, we'll only know once we finish that second race.
Absolutely. Well, best of luck for the second race, Magic, and take care from the back there.
Yep, all the best.
Okay, so that was Magic Sakovic there from 5th place in that race, and yeah, it was a little bit unfortunate there, Dan, to just come across that car who had lost control through Forest Elbow and just collecting him.
Yeah, I think it was the Marcus Hagman car. Very unfortunate there for Magic Sakovic. I was wrong. I said that Johansson had a the flag victory. Of course, he didn't. It was Sakovic's mistake, which allowed him through along with the other cars, which went past. It was 3 places there from 1st to 4th. Very unlucky though for Magic, but I think despite everything, he'll be quite happy with that 5th place. Could have been a lot worse, especially with that Hagman incident. It could have come off a lot worse than that, but it's still good, solid points for Sakovic, and as a championship leader, that's what you want. He's not lost too many points to those around him.
Exactly, that's what we're looking at. So, what we're going to do is going to take a step aside, have a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere though, because this second race, it could be one of 2 things. It could be brilliant or it could be carnage, but we'll have to wait and see. So, why not join us in a few moments for the round 10 of the BSR Kia Club Series in association with Club 73 Karting and XL Designs. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
in the outside, contact made, 56 slides it into 4, who's going to be at the stripe, dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Truex in the outside, contact made. 56 slides it at a 4. Who's going to be at the stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
Welcome back to the BSR Kia Club Series in association with Club 73 Karting and XL Designs here live on Apex Racing TV. It's round 10 of the BSR Kia Club Series, and once we are still here at the Mount Panorama circuit in Bathurst, Australia. And well, we saw quite a close and intense battles in that first race, but this second race with the reverse grid is going to be just another level, isn't it now?
I think it's going to be fun and games in one way or another. I think it's got the potential to either be very good or it's going to end up very messy, and we'll see which way it goes. But yeah, as I say, we got Max Wright. We talk about him nearly every week, I think, being high up on the grid in the reverse grid. Very unlucky last week with his slowdown at Monza, but he's got a second chance as he starts in second place here in this one.
We're at the halfway point with this round. At the end of this round, it'll be the halfway point of the championship, and we've only had one multiple race winner, and that's Michael Hall. And the second race has produced a new race winner each week. So will we see a new race winner, or will we have another driver able to pull out a second race win?
It's so unpredictable, this second race, but I think especially at Bathurst, the ones who finish well in that first one are really going to struggle in this one because it's so narrow. So overtaking is going to be at a premium, so it's up to them to be patient and do it properly.
I was just looking through the race winners for this season. We've had Ben Warburton, we've had Liam Atkins in these are race 2 winners, by the way. So Liam Atkins, Ben Warburton. We have had, who else have we had? Hyo Chan Lee and Ian Roskell as well. So they've all won race 2s in this championship. Now, out of them, there's only Roskell finished pretty a bit down in that first race. It's going to be difficult for any of those to get another race win in the race 2, but you never say never, especially around here, and overtaking spots are at a premium over the mountain.
Yeah, you've got to be extremely brave to do it. You've got to have cooperation from the driver as well you're overtaking or fighting with, because really is very narrow. And speaking of Hyo Chung Lee, I don't think he even started the first race. He's not appeared for the second one, so it looks like that Hyo Chung Lee's had a few problems this evening, but hopefully we'll see him back at the next one. But a non-start, and it doesn't look like he's appearing for the second round either.
That's a real shame. The race 2 winner from Brands Hatch, Hyo Chan Lee. And well, we're getting ready to start getting onto the grid for this round 10 race. And it's an interesting grid with it being the reverse grid. So in pole position is David Crozier, the Team Mad driver. They'll be hoping for a good result from this position on the grid. Second place on the front row is Max Wright with Trevor Blackburn in third, another Team Mad driver, so they could go well here today, with Dennis Scherf in 4th place, Neil Brox in 5th with John Richardson in 6th, Chris Sherburn in 7th with Pete Harrod in 8th, Neil Bamber in that 9th place, and Sam Reed in 10th place. So we're just getting everyone lined up on the grid, and I would from that bunch, we've seen Max Wright do well in race 2s in the last couple of weeks. Do you think he can go one step better and win this one?
It'd be interesting to see. I think Pete Harrod's going to have a good run as well. He obviously had the mechanical flag in the first one, but I think that he'll be one to watch.
So the lights are on, the drivers wait for the green, and away they go for this round 10 race in the BSR Kia Club Series. And it's a good start from the front by David Crozier, and that's coming through into that second place. Well, that is Max Wright in second, Trevor Blackburn still staying in third place with Marcus Hagman. Dennis Scherp, and John Richardson. John Richardson, that would be a good shout for this second race, because he's a very rapid driver in that Team ARF car. Now, as they go towards the mountain, the bottom of the mountain, will they all manage to get through in this first lap? There's a few cars running wide through Griffin's Bend, but so far able to make it through as we head towards the cutting now, and this is another danger spot on this first lap. There's cars going side by side. There's a car lost it.
The
That's
45. I think that's Neil Bamber, and that's a massive accident. Now, hopefully the track won't be blocked, but it was a 45 car. Neil Bamber, heavy damage from Matthew Bunn in that one.
Will we see the safety car in this one? Another gone broke racing car as well. Christopher Sherburn was involved there. They're all managing to get away. I'm surprised there hasn't been a safety car, to be honest, there. But, Ian Roskell, it looks like, has been involved in that as well. He's gone upside down on the top of the mountain. There's other cars losing control. And, well, will we see a safety car? You would hope so. There's more. Andrew Woodhouse is having a terrible race. So is Magic Sakovic. There's multiple crashes
Sakovic
there.
been hit by Woodhouse, and it's very, very messy, unfortunately. And we said it was either go one way. I think it's safe to say it's been pretty messy. But at the front, David Crozier still leads the team mad, and Trevor Blackburn right on the back of Max Wright.
Yeah, absolutely. At the front, we've got more incidents going on behind as well. It's all happening at the start of this second race of the night. So far, we've lost Neil Bamber, Clinton Bell, Ian Roskell, Jim Flanagan, and Magic Sakovic as well. There's Trevor Blackburn looking at Max Wright. He's gone into the back of Wright, but Max Wright able to hold it. He's gone into the grass a little bit, but he's able to hold that second place. And now Trevor Blackburn under intense pressure from John Richardson, who's looking on the outside into Murray's.
Yeah, Richardson going to go around the outside of Murray's, not quite going to make it stick, but Team Mad will lead the lap here with David Crozier. So Crozier leads Max Wright in second, then got Trevor Blackburn in third. Under pressure from John Richardson, and my pick for this race in fifth place, Pete Harrod, is doing rather well at the moment. Sixth place is Dennis Sherp, seventh Neil Rocks, eighth Sam Reed, ninth Ben Hackerson.
Matt Bunn has hit his teammates! Matt Bunn has hit Michael Hall. He's got a lot of damage on the front of that car as Matt Bunn. And, well, maybe it's the sleepless nights from his new child being born last week. And, it's certainly got a lot of damage on that car. Pete Harrod now attacking John Richardson, going into Griffins, but not able to make it work around the outside. And this pack of cars, you've got about 8 cars here, all battling away, and they're all within the shout of winning this race.
And just off the back of that, a fantastic start from Ben Hackerson. He started in 16th, up into 9th place. The Matthew Bunn damage came from when he hit Neil Bamber's gone brake racing car, so that's where he got all that damage from, but still carrying on gallantly.
Michael Hall from 18th to 10th place in this race so far, so those two able to make ground. But at the front, David Crozier is doing a good job there so far, going into Skyline now. And, well, it's a very tricky section is this, because you're braking, it's downhill, it's very easy to make a mistake, to clip a wall, and to have your race come to an end.
Yeah, just coming now past that Marshall post where we saw the accident for Chaz Mostert in the V8 Supercars. He have accident now. Oh, speaking of accidents, Trevor Blackburn hard into the wall there, going down. Yes, he's going to hit the tyre barrier. Don't hit him, guys. Oh, this is going to end badly. And it has ended badly. That's the Club 73 car, Hackerson as well. And Michael Hall is not going to avoid him either. Big crash, Hackerson over the fence. And this is not good at all. Team Mad just don't seem to have any luck at all, and very unfortunate there for Trevor Blackburn.
And, well, there's a few cars coming out the pits that have managed to fix their cars, so it looks like there's people like Neil Bamber and also Jim Flanagan. Jim Flanagan's had a few incidents as well. Magic Sakovic is underway as well, but coming through to the end of lap 2, it's David Crozier who leads this race from Max Wright. They've got a little bit of a gap. It's 2.1 seconds between them and Pete Harrod behind them. Pete Harrod is under pressure from Neil Rocks, with Dennis Sherp there in 5th place, and John Richardson in 6th. He's looking to maybe make up places. He started the race in 6th place as well, so not made any ground so far. Michael Hall up to 7th place because of that incident. He's got Philip Johansson behind him, who started 20th, is up to 8th already. Matt Bunn with that heavily damaged car in 9th, and James Leggett in that Christmas livery of the Powerslide Motorsports there in 10th place.
Yeah, Leggett was one who wasn't even reverse grid, 23rd, but John Richardson really suffered there with that Trevor Blackburn incident. He was ahead of the car of Pete Harrod. He's now behind, though, in 6th place, John Richardson, but at the front it's Crozier leading from Max Wright, but Pete Harrod right on the back of that Wright Motorsport car, and you got to think that Pete Harrod will get past Max Wright pretty quickly if season's form's got anything to go by.
Yeah, Pete Harrod, he's trying to get a race win under his belt as he's shown a lot of promise. As I heard another contact further back with a wall, and it's Michael Hall. He's running really slowly. He's been passed by his teammate Matt Bunn and also by James Leggett. Michael Hall's got some serious damage to the front right of that car. There's more contact with barriers.
Oh, self-inflicted there from Michael Hall. Very hard into the wall there. As you come past the cutting, you've got that uphill section, the left and the right, and what Michael Hall's done there is he's taken a lot of curb, and the car's just gone, the back end's come out. He's hit the back end of that very heavily, and I wouldn't be surprised if that wasn't a mechanical flag for that one.
Yeah, Michael Hall could end up in the pits here, and that's a disaster for his championship hopes in this race. It was looking promising as up near the front now. You've got Pete Harrod and Max Wright side by side. Pete Harrod going through on the inside into the chase, up into second place, and he's now going to be fighting with David Crozier for the leaders. David Crozier runs wide over the grass. He's going to get a slowdown penalty from that, and in the space of 2 corners, Pete Harrod has gone from third to first.
Yeah, great job from Pete Harrod. It's sort of gifted on a plate, but he still had to make that work, and John Richardson behind. Also on the attack, he's got Neil Rocks and a car of Dennis Sherp. She's gone past them now, so Richardson up into 4th, 5th place for Neil Rocks, and Dennis Sherp in 6th, 7th place is Philip Johansson, 8th Matthew Bunn, 9th is James Leggett, but he's got Adam Gosling in 10th place right alongside. As they come down to Howe Corner, Gosling's going to be on the brakes a little bit later than James Leggett. They a little bit of contact there possibly, though they were very close. You couldn't get a paper between them, but it's going to be James Leggett on the inside as they come down the straight.
Yeah, so Leggett and Gosling side by side. Leggett getting the slipstream from Matt Bunn, but that's going to hold him up because Matt Bunn has got so much damage at the front that he's going to be running slowly. And Adam Gosling coming alongside Matt Bunn now, later on the brakes into the corner. And Gosling trying to go around the outside, but we've seen how cars have been affected by the marbles around there. But Gosling has made that move stick, and Leggett now is going down the inside of Matt Bunn. Is he? No, he's going to hang back and maybe take that place in another place. But this is an awful night for CQR because I don't even see Alec Bristow. Where is he? He's not in this race. Yes, he is. He's in 17th.
Yeah, CQR not having the best of races with the 2 cars clashing, I think, as well earlier in the night. But yeah, so John Richardson is in 4th, but up front, Pete Harrod starting to pull away from the cars behind. He's pulled out a big gap already. He's only been in front for just over a lap, and he's pulled out at least 2 seconds, I'd say, over Crozier in 2nd. Got Max Wright in 3rd as well, so another good race 2 drive for Max Wright. But then you've got John Richardson, Neil Rocks, Dennis Sherp and Philip Johansson. Philip Johansson's one you can't run out for a podium either. You can see it in his sights.
You weren't bad at guessing that. It's 2.7 seconds between 1st and 2nd. Pete Harrod has over David Crozier, but Crozier has got Max Wright in the slipstream at the moment now. He's going to maybe try and make a move going into the chase. He's getting closer, but he's not quite close enough to make that move stick so far. Is he going to be later on the brakes? Max Wright looking towards the inside, but not able to make that move, so having to settle for 3rd place at the moment. But all the time, John Richardson is just getting closer and closer, ever so gradually.
Yeah, John Richardson started. Oh, it's a spin there for David Crozier. Hard into the wall. He's flipped over. That is going to be race over for David Crozier. He's going to land on his wheels, but that's going to be one very second-hand Kia. He just got a little bit of a wheel on the grass there. It sent him flying over the curb, and that is a spectacular accident for David Crozier. And unfortunately, it's another big accident for Team Mad.
Team Mad, the team that has no luck at all. Once again, it being involved in several instances here. So far, we've lost Ben Welberton and Sam Reed. David Crozier, as we say, is in the pits at the moment. Everyone else seems to be out there, although James Leggett is in the pits as well at the moment, so he's having to pit full repairs on his car. As Max Wright now back in 2nd place, but he's under attack from John Richardson. John Richardson, a better run through Griffin's corner, now into the cutting. Will Max Wright be able to hold that? Yes, he will. It is an overtaking spot in there if you're very brave, and there's contact. Who was that?
Johansson. Philip Johansson, big damage there.
He's got an engine problem as well.
Yeah, his engine's gone. What's happened there with Philip Johansson is he's just gone in way too hot there. He's hit the outside wall, and that is big race ending damage there for Philip Johansson. Philip Johansson now in the pit lane, and this really is a race of attrition.
Charlie Richardson also in the pits as well as David Crozier and Philip Johansson. It's a race of attrition, is this, and so far well, Pete Harrod, touch wood at the moment, is out in the lead, 4.8 seconds over Max Wright, who's got John Richardson and Neil Rocks. Neil Rocks looking for a good result here today. So far, he started 5th, he's up to 4th in this race. And well, as we say, Philip Johansson is in the pits at the moment. Dennis Sherp, he's had damage, he's going slowly, so he's dropped down to 9th place. He was up in 6th place at the start of this lap, so that's another car that's had an incident. It's all happening here. Adam Gosling, incredibly, started 19th, is now up to 4th place, yes, 5th place even, with Matt Bunn right behind him in 6th. So, yeah, Adam Gosling is really loving this race.
Yeah, another good result for Adam Gosling. Got Verver, is that not Ververke? Yeah, Ververke is also in the top 10 now as well. You got Adam Gosling in 5th, Matthew Bunn 6th, Benjamin Gregory, another good run from him, he's in 7th place, Ververke 8th, Dennis Sherp very slowly in 9th place. Well, he have to head to the pits, and Tristan Bottas, we saw him involved. Yep, Sherp goes into the pits, Bottas involved in that big accident earlier on with Andrew Woodhouse. He is now in the top 10.
We've had 6 people make that 7 people had to go into the pits in this race so far. So it certainly is a pit party for some, but we'll concentrate on this battle for 2nd place, because John Richardson up Mountain Straight now is having a look to go down the inside of Griffins, and Max Wright is not in a good position, because if he gets on those marbles, we've seen what's happened earlier, and John Richardson goes through. Neil Rocks looked like he was going to try and make the move, but not able to stick his nose in there, so decides against it and stays behind in 4th place. But this would be good for Neil Rocks to get a 4th place, because he's not really been up there at the front too much this season.
No, he's been around the top 10-15 area, but this is the first time we've really seen him up at the front. And I think what Max Wright thought there was, if John Richardson was later on the brakes, if he slowed it down, Max Wright thought Richardson might run a bit wide, but John Richardson, very experienced in the Kia Optima, knows that he can make that move stick. So John Richardson now up into what is 2nd place, but he's got a very big gap to catch up to Pete Harrod, and we're now already into the 2nd half of this race.
Yes, 7.5 minutes to go, and it's a 6.1 second lead that Pete Harrod has over John Richardson. We know the pace that Pete Harrod can have. He just has a bit of misfortune in the races, as I'm just looking at these timing screens here. We've got Ben Gregory now is coming onto the back of Matt Bunn, so he's been closing up that gap lap after lap, and Matt Bunn, though, doing well, to say that the mess of that front of that car. I don't think he's going to have a 7-year warranty at the end of this race.
No, I don't think he's going to have a 7-minute warranty, to be fair. But yeah, Matthew Bunn in 6th place, and that damage came as a result of that first lap incident, of course, where we saw Neil Bamber. He was the unfortunate victim of that one, and you can really tell the speed difference on the straight. Ben Gregory all over the back here of that CQR car. Ben Gregory later on the brakes, but not quite able to get past Matthew Bunn there. The Bunn was a bit wider, but he just about kept himself on the track there, and the avid chronic racing car Ben Gregory will be right on the back here of Matthew Bunn. I think it will be after Hell Corner on that run down to Quarry that we'll see the move made.
And well, so as we see, Ben Gregory is caught right up, but so too is Roy Ververke as well. He's caught right up to the back of Ben Gregory, so he's going to be trying 4th position as well. This is a battle for 6th place at the moment. Further back, we've got James Leggett and Michael Hall. They've been battling away, but Michael Hall now able to pull away from them. Tristan Bottas is in 9th place at the moment. That's a good recovery from 21st on the grid. Marcus Hagman started 25th in this race, and he's up to 10th. So that's really good, being able to avoid all those incidents at the start. But at the front here, Neil Rocks is right onto the back of Max Wright, but still not able to make that move stick. As Ben Gregory's gone past Matt Bunn.
Yeah, that was coming out the exit of turn 1, Hell Corner. Matthew Bunn went extremely wide. Ben Gregory had the door open, just had to drive through, and Roy Ververke almost got past as well, but couldn't quite get past that CQR car. But it was a mistake coming out of Hell Corner, which saw Matthew Bunn lose that position.
We've also lost Andrew Woodhouse from this race, as well as Jim Flanagan. There's quite a few cars are out of this race. Andrew Woodhouse, as I said, Trevor Blackburn, he's not going at the moment. Jim Flanagan, Maciej Sakovic, Charlie Richardson, he's in the pits for a long time. Sam Reed and Ben Warburton, that's quite a lot of cars to have lost in this race so far. But at the front, Pete Harrod put in on a masterful display, 6.8 seconds ahead of John Richardson. And, well, Ben Gregory is, his next target for him is Adam Gosling, but that won't be easy because he's 4.7 seconds behind Gosling.
And Gosling's catching up to Neil Rocks pretty quickly as well. And say about Andrew Woodhouse, not had the best of luck recently. Maybe should get back to that selfie scheme. That seemed to work quite well from McBrand's. But as we see, though, Adam Gosling is definitely catching up on that group ahead of him pretty quickly.
And we've seen Philip Johansson as well moving his way back through, recovering from that incident at the cutting. He's made it past Neil Bamber on that lap, so he's now up to 23rd in this race. He's got his teammate Clinton Bell right in front of him. Well, all these drivers, there's points down to 26, so Stuart Atkinson is the last of the point scorers at the moment, but he's out of this race. So, actually, it's... Actually, Andrew Woodhouse and Stuart Atkinson. So it's. Will they score points? I don't know. It depends on if the organisers allow them to score points, even if they don't finish. But at the front here, Max Wright. Well, he's just dropping ground now on John Richardson. That's just the 10th of a second on that last lap that he lost ground on Richardson. But Richardson showing that he's got a little bit of pace, but not enough to catch up to Pete Harrod with 3.5 minutes remaining.
Yeah, Max Wright not doing a bad job though. We saw John Richardson was right near the top of the championship after the first couple of meetings, so John Richardson definitely not slow. Max Wright's not been dropped too much, and Max Wright's following John Richardson's lines, and that's allowing him to pull away from Neil Rocks! Oh, Neil Rocks, that's a fantastically bad accident there from Neil Rocks. That was not good at all. We saw very similar to what Michael Hall did. Neil Rocks in the middle of the track. Oh, everyone's avoided him so far, and he's out of the track, luckily. But that was a very similar accident to what Michael Hall had earlier. Exactly the same corner, apart from he's hit that wall a lot harder. When Michael Hall hit the rear, he's gone almost side on, and that was a really scary accident there for Neil Rocks. And luckily, no one's hit him. But unfortunately for Neil Rocks, that good finish he predicted earlier has gone a bit out the window.
Yeah, unfortunately for Neil, that's cost him a lot of places, and well, the retirements keep on racking up because we've also got Clinton Bell out of the race as well. It's a case of who's going to finish this race, really, as to who will get some good points, because we've seen drivers battling away for podiums and, losing those places.
This has got a touch of Monaco 1996 about it, I've got to say. But was
it? 5 drivers that finished that Grand Prix? So we're going into the final 2 minutes of this race. Pete Harrod is going to come across the line, so I think this will be the last lap, because they've been doing like 2 minute 13 laps. So this is on to the last lap for Pete Harrod now, and he's got an 8-second lead. This reminds me of season 8 in the BSR TC Championship Race 2, when a certain Paul Smith went and won that race with a massive lead. Don't like to blow me on trumpet, but there you go. John Richardson in second place. He's got a 1.2 second lead, with Max Wright in third and Adam Gosling in fourth place. Not really close enough to make a move.
Big battle behind though. Ben Gregory under a bit of assault from Matthew Byrne and Roy Viverco. Bun into Benjamin Gregory there as they went through Hell Corner, but Gregory able to keep the position. And this is a 4-car battle. You've got Gregory, Bun, Viverke, and also coming onto the back of that, you've got Tristan Bodis as well. Very close there. We saw 3 wide in the previous race, didn't work out. And Gregory's lost out to Viverke and also to Matthew Bun. So, although Viverke's hit the wall, he's hit the second wall, don't go across the track, he's going to try, and that's good driving from Viverke to try and keep it over to that side. If he'd gone across the track, that could have been the other 3 in a very bad predicament.
Ben Gregory has some damage, and that's why he's running slowly. He's got front right damage, and he's struggling with that car a little bit. So Matt Bunn able to move up to 5th place in this race, with Tristan Bodis starts at 21st, now up to 6th place in this race.
It just shows that the ones who've been able to keep out of trouble and avoid the accidents really are a massive gain. As you say, Tristan Bodis from 21st to 8th. How about this though? Marcus Hagman 25th to 9th. Perry Warburton 30th to 11th. Some big gains going on in this top 15.
Keep out of trouble. Have you seen the front of Matt Bunn's car? As we're going down the hill now, down the Conrad straight goes Pete Harrod. He's not had any worries. He's got an 8.9 second lead now over John Richardson. It's rather simple for Pete at the front. John Richardson in second. He's still got Max right there with him, but he's just not close enough to be able to make a move, with Adam Gosling in 4th place. And well, Matt Bunn in 5th with Roy Viverke in, well, he's dropping back as Roy Viverke, of course, after that collision with that wall. Ben Gregory is the one in 7th. Tristan Bodis, though, right on the back of Bunn going into the final corner as well. Across the line goes Pete Harrod. He's won the race. He was that far ahead. I missed him going across the line. John Richardson finishes second with Max Wright in third. Enough a good second race result for Max right there. Adam Gosling, fantastic work from him, 19th to 4th. He's finished. Ben Gregory now, we're waiting for him to come across the line.
Bodice and Bunn side by side. This could be a photo finish here, and Bodice gets it by 5,000ths of a second. So Tristan Bodice, a fantastic last corner there, and that is one of the closest finishes I think we've seen in the BSR Club so far. As a 5,000th, Tristan Bodice in that Gone Broke racing car. He got a fantastic run out of the final corner. He went to the outside. Matthew Bunn defending the inside, pushed wide. Bodice got a great run out, and that is a fantastic move from Tristan Bodice to take it by just 5,000ths of a second.
So it's Tristan Bodice in 5th with Matt Bunn in 6th place. Ben Gregory finishing 7th with Marcus Hagman in 8th. Roy Ververke ended up finishing 9th after that incident with the wall. Chris Sherburn, another good result for him. He's finished 10th place. Perry Warburton, as he said, 30th to 11th. That's a fantastic result for him. With Dennis Sherp ended up in 12th place. With Michael Hall 13th. Alec Bristow in 14th. So the two CQR cars together there. Liam Atkins down in 15th. That's a disaster for fail race today. James Leggett in 16th in that Christmas wrapping car. Michael Jones is just coming across the line now as Michael Jones on two wheels. He's going to finish in 17th place with Neil. I'll tell you what, Neil Rocks and Neil Bamber, they're running side by side, and that is, I believe, for position as well. So they're still battling away. Ian Roskell's come across the line in 19th. Ben Haxton finished in 18th. But these two here, you've got Johansson has finished in 20th place, with David Crozier in 21st. Neil Bamber is going to finish 23rd, and Neil Rocks in 24th, and that is the last of your runners, because the rest of the field have all not finished this race. Clinton Bell, Stuart Atkinson, Andrew Woodhouse, Charlie Richardson, Jim Flanagan, Trevor Blackburn, Magic Sakovic with that big incident that he got involved in, Sam Reed and Bum Warburton all not finishing this race. Only 23 finishers in this one. We knew it was going to be a race of attrition, and it proved to be so, Dan.
Yeah, some very big accidents there, including some of our championship contenders. Obviously, Magic Sagovic had that accident earlier on. We saw Michael Hall get caught up in bother, only finishing 13th. But someone who's had a really good meeting, Adam Gosling. Two very solid finishes for him today.
Yeah, that'll do his championship a world of wonders today here. I'm just seeing, first of all, if Pete Harrod isn't available for comment, unfortunately there, so we're just having a look for John Richardson as well, just to see if he's available. And it's amazing how they all start disappearing when you want to talk to them.
Oh no, what's so bad about us, Paul? I don't think we're that scary.
Well, I'll tell you who I will grab a word with while we can drag him down into the commentary booth is our third place man, and that's Max Wright. And Max, well done there to manage to avoid all the incidents that happened in that race. Third place, are you pleased with that, or do you think you could have maybe challenged for a win?
No, I'm pretty pleased with that. I was just glad to survive, really. I'm still shaking, to be honest.
So talk us through the start of that race, because it was you and also David Crozier who were battling it out for the lead, along with Trevor Blackburn, who was putting you under a lot of pressure in the early stages. Just talk us through that. How were you able to cope with that and be able to keep them held off?
Yeah, I was chasing Dave Crozier. He was doing quite a good job. I couldn't get past him, so I was just sort of sticking with him, hoping he would make a mistake, and just sort of trying to keep up and see if I could get me chance here and there. But coming down that hill, I did get a knock from Trevor Blackburn. He sort of took me off the track slightly, but I managed to sort of keep the position, so I was pleased with that, really. But yeah, in the end, Dave Crozier, we got passed by Pete Harrod. He come flying past on the next lap, and he overtook us both. So that was a wicked move by him. But yeah, Dave Crozier couldn't hold on to his nerve. I don't think he sort of lost it on the last corner.
Yeah, we saw Dave jumping through the air on that final corner, but still, you seem to do well in these second races with the reverse grids. Is it something that maybe you've been working on your racecraft to be able to just get in these good results in the second race?
Yeah, I always try and stay out of trouble. Really, I'm trying to sort of do sort of keep my average lap times up and just sort of keep it steady and stay out of trouble. But yeah, it does pay off in the second races.
And we move on next week to Charlotte on the road course, and that's going to be at night time. It's a tricky course, is that? Do you feel that you're confident going into that round, or is it just another case of trying to survive?
Well, that's one of the tracks that I've had quite a lot of practice on with other cars, so I'm a bit more confident on that track than these other tracks that we've been doing. Like, I've only just bought this track this week, so it's, I'm pretty pleased with that, really.
And just finally, anyone that you wanted to give a quick mention to?
Yeah, just congratulations to Pete Harrod. That was brilliant overtake. That was wicked. I liked it.
Well, thanks a lot, Max. You did a fantastic job there to finish third. Another podium for yourself, and well done there on this race.
Cheers, guys. Cheers.
So yeah, so that was Max Wright. I'm just seeing who else would be available to have a quick word with. What we'll do is... see, again, Adam Gosling not available. I want to have a quick word with Adam because he's been really going well so far. I tell you, who did have a good race in the end there, Tristan Bodis. And Dan, if you want to have a quick word with Tristan.
Yeah, I'm here with Tristan Bodis. Tristan, that was a very close finish there yourself and Matthew Bunn, 5,000ths, but after the disappointment of the first race, a top 5 finish there for you.
Yeah, I'm over the moon, mate. I was just happy to finish.
Yeah, it seemed that there was a lot going on in that race, and just being able to stay out of it could put you in that position, although you did make some good overtaking moves as well, but it just seemed that avoiding the trouble was the main priority in that one.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, a few of the guys in front of me had taken damage late on in the race, and I just waited my time and took advantage of it there.
Yeah, I saw you having the battle there, Ben Gregory and Matthew Bunn and Marcus Hagman, and saw Gregory had quite a bit of damage late on, so did Bunn, so able to go past, but very unfortunate though for your teammate as well in that one, the car of Neil Bamber having that first lap incident, and that sort of brought quite a lot of other people into damage as well. But as far as the team goes, how do you think the meeting's been for you?
First race was a bit of a disaster for myself, but I know Chris and Neil, you know, they got some decent results. It was a shame about the second race there. I haven't actually seen what happened yet, but I'll be sure to take a look at that on the replay during the week.
Yeah, so the next round is to go to Charlotte. How do you think is Charlotte one of the tracks that you like, Tristan?
Yeah, I'm fairly comfortable with Charlotte. I didn't have a bad meeting there last season. Again, it's another case of staying out of trouble into turn one. It's quite dangerous there.
Yeah, anyone you'd like to thank after today's race meeting?
You put me on the spot there. Just anybody that you know, kept it clean during the race. You know, Matt there at the end, and yeah, it was a good race.
Yeah, thank you very much, Tristan. That's Tristan Bodis, 5th place finisher.
Absolutely. So what we'll do is we'll just wrap it up, and just final thoughts, Dan. It was certainly chaotic with plenty happening in that second race, but good result for Pete Harrod to be able to get that win there. I do believe, just having a look here, that is Pete's first win in this series as well. So a good track to get your first win in the series.
Yeah, very well done to Pete. I predicted before the race he might win this one, so shame we didn't have a fiver on him, but yeah, Pete Howard with the victory there, and he's proven in this season, obviously had the pole at Silverstone, he's proven he's had a bit of pace, but not always had the luck. You saw him have that slowdown, where was that? It's Monza. He had a massive slowdown, remember, in the first lap, and obviously the first lap slowdowns are very, very costly, and he's come back and shown what he can do in this one. But something else worth noting is that quite a few of the accidents here weren't actually multi-car accidents. It seems to be people having a single car incidents as such, and I think the driving standards on the whole, despite it being a bit manic in that second race, I don't think there was too much car-to-car contact as such. It just seemed to be a lot of individual mistakes there, Paul.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd second that. That was some really good driving, considering the challenging nature of this circuit with the walls being so close, and you were bound to have a few contacts with the wall there. But yeah, all in all, overall, you would say very good driving. And just looking forward to next week as well. Charlotte, we both raced there this season in the BSRTC, and it's quite a unique challenge, isn't it? Because you've got quite a tight infield section, and then you've got the oval, which is really fast and a good opportunity to get the slipstream.
Yeah, it's one of those circuits where it's hard to set up a car. Obviously, these drivers won't have that problem because they're using the fixed setup, but it's a very interesting circuit. Of course, you got the infamous gate onto the back straight as well. I wonder if anyone gets caught up in that one. I think everyone's been in that at one point or another. But
yeah, that's me. I got caught up in that this year, so
yeah,
it's easy to do.
Very easy to do. I've been in there a couple of times myself, but yeah, it should be quite an interesting race meeting. Obviously, we're going to see. I think Adam Gosling will be. When the points are released, I think Adam Gosling will be rather surprised and happy with where he is, because obviously Michael Hall not having the best of times in race 2, Magic Sagret's retiring, and Adam Gosling just seems to be getting those consistent finishes. 2 very good finishes for him today, so I think Adam Gosling is really becoming one to watch. This fan club will be very grateful for me saying that, I imagine. They're always on YouTube, so hello to the Adam Gosling fan club, and looks like Adam really is proving that he's going to be in with a shout. We've had the halfway point in the season now, so still a long way to go, and it's looking like it's going to be a fantastic second half to this BSR Club Series.
It was a fantastic ending to the first season of the BSR Kia Club Series, and this one, well, it is promising to be an even closer finish in this season. My thanks to Dan Blake and Samuli Kumo on the cameras as well. I've been Paul Smith. This has been the BSR Kia Club Series in association with Club 73 Karting and XL Designs, here live on Apex Racing TV. Until next week, we bid you farewell. Good night.